Week 3 of college football was supposed to be a quiet affair, but it turned into a roller coaster of upsets, thrilling comebacks, and star-making performances. But here's where it gets controversial. While some teams rose to the occasion, others crumbled under pressure, leaving fans and analysts alike questioning their future. Let's dive into the biggest winners and losers of the week, and trust me, this is the part most people miss. The stories behind the scores that could shape the season. Winner, Georgia, weathering the storm with grit. Georgia's 44-41 overtime victory over Tennessee wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Despite giving up 496 total yards, including 371 passing yards to Tennessee's Joey Aguilar, the Bulldogs showed championship mettle. Quarterback Gunnar Stockton, after a slow start, threw for 304 yards and 2 touchdowns, adding a rushing score to keep Georgia afloat. The defense, though tested, held strong in overtime, limiting the Vols to a field goal. This early season test could be a turning point for Georgia's title hopes, but it also raises questions. Can their defense consistently hold up against elite offenses? Only time will tell. Loser, Clemson. A fallen giant? Clemson's 24-21 loss to Georgia Tech wasn't just an upset, it was a wake-up call. The Tigers, once feared, now look vulnerable. Georgia Tech's 147 rushing yards, including 103 from quarterback Haynes King, exposed Clemson's defensive weaknesses. Meanwhile, Kate Klubnik's 207 passing yards highlighted an offense struggling to find its rhythm. ESPN's David Hale pointed out a brutal trend. Clemson is just 2 plays away from being 1-7 in their last 8 games against Power 4 opponents. Are the Tigers truly past their prime? Or is this just a temporary slump? Fans are divided and the debate is heating up. Winner, West Virginia and Rich Rodriguez. Redemption at last. West Virginia's overtime win against Pittsburgh wasn't just a victory. It was poetic justice for Coach Rich Rodriguez. Nearly 20 years after a devastating loss to Pitt cost his team a shot at the BCS National Championship, Rodriguez got his revenge. Down 24-14 in the fourth quarter, the Mountaineers scored 10 points in the final 5:03 to force overtime. Their defense then sealed the deal, delivering one of the program's biggest wins in years. Is this the start of a new era for West Virginia, or just a fleeting moment of glory? The jury's still out. Winner, Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson, from frustration to stardom. Ty Simpson's journey from a frustrating season-opening loss to Florida State to leading Alabama's resurgence is nothing short of remarkable. In a 38-14 rout of Wisconsin, Simpson completed 24 of 29 passes for 382 yards and 4 touchdowns, showcasing precision and poise. His ability to get the ball out quickly has transformed Alabama's offense, but here's the controversial part. Can he sustain this level of play against tougher opponents? If he does, Alabama could be back in the CFP conversation sooner than anyone expected. Loser? Kansas State, a program in crisis? Kansas State's 1-3 start is their worst since 1989, the year Bill Snyder took over a program on the brink of collapse. Quarterback Avery Johnson's performance against Arizona was particularly abysmal, completing just 13 of 29 passes for 88 yards and averaging a shocking 3.0 yards per attempt. The team's offense recorded fewer than 200 yards, a feat not seen against Arizona since 2021. Is this the beginning of the end for Chris Kleiman's tenure, or can the Wildcats turn things around? Fans are calling for answers, and the pressure is mounting. Winner New Mexico, the underdog story of the week. New Mexico's 35-10 demolition of UCLA at the Rose Bowl was more than just an upset. It was a statement. The Lobos' ground game dominated, rushing for 298 yards against a Power 4 defense, with Damon Bankston leading the charge with 154 yards. After losing quarterback Devon Dampier to transfer, New Mexico's magical start has defied all odds. Are they legitimate contenders in the Mountain West, or just a flash in the pan? Either way, Jason Eck's program deserves all the praise. And this is the part most people miss. Week 3 wasn't just about wins and losses. It was about resilience, redemption, and the unpredictable nature of college football. But here's the question. Which of these teams will sustain their momentum, and which will fade into obscurity? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This debate is far from over.